Hey everyone, for this module we had to choose an author or poet to do a review on, and I chose both Jan and Stan Berenstain. They're co-authors and co-illustrators of the Berenstain Bears. They're both American authors, and I chose them because they are kind of a American staple. You see them everywhere, and they teach good life lessons and good morals. So that's kind of why I chose them. Their age range is anywhere from pre-kindergarten to second grade. So it's a very versatile book you can use for a long period of time in the elementary education system. Jan and Stan were both born in 1923 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They both served in World War II. Stan worked in Michigan on base as a journal illustrator for the medical field, and Jan worked as a welder to build ships. So she and he were very busy during that time. After the war, they got married and they started their own family, ended up having two sons, Mike and Leo. And both Jan and Stan were good illustrators, good drawers. They'd both gone to art school and college, and they decided that they wanted to try their hand at creating books for their sons because their sons really enjoyed Dr. Seuss. So they got into this cartoon that they were creating, and they submitted it. And Dr. Seuss actually ended up being their editor and publisher for their books, and Jan and Stan Berenstain wrote and illustrated their books for 53 years, creating just over 250 titles. So there's a lot of books on pretty much any subject content area that you're trying to teach. So they're very versatile. These books are being published in more than 23 languages. So even if you have students who are just learning English, they'd be good books for like the rhythm and the rhyme that are in them. And in 1979, they actually came out with the first animated series. So the first cartoon on television came out in 1979. And in 2002, PBS actually picked up the series, and I believe they're still running to this day. A lot of their titles, and it was too cumbersome to list them all together, but Jan and Stan have won the Ludington Award for Educational Paperback Association for their contributions to children's literature. They've also won the Drexel Citation from Drexel University. And they've won a bunch of the Philadelphia Library Children's Roundtable honors. Pretty much every book they've written has won one of those. And they've also won the Buckeye Children's Book Award and the Children's Christian Retailing's Best. There at the end, after Stan passed away, Jan started producing very religious, very Christian-oriented books with Christian values and morals, specifically in them, inspired by her son Mike, to help her deal with the loss of her husband and her own kind of impending death, because she was older and getting sick herself. So he kind of recommended that those books be used to help her kind of cope. So contrary to popular belief, no, she was not trying to convert people into believing in her faith. She was just herself looking for a way to feel better and to, help get through life without Stan. So that's why those books kind of turned from moral, just dealing with morals of everyday life, like bullying and getting in trouble at home and that kind of thing, to God and that type of thing. So that's kind of a fun fact. Another fun fact that I found was that there's a big conspiracy theory with conspiracy theorists that Berenstain was spelled Berestein instead of Berenstain, which is AIN. So there's a big controversy around the Mandela effect of we're living in this alternate universe because this book's title was supposedly changed or altered. So that's a whole nother story, but that's out there if you are interested in reading it. And one of the quotes I found in the book that I really liked And I put on my handout was, to make a wish upon a star is okay for a start, but if you want it to come true, you may have to do your part. So, I mean, that's just kind of a moral of one of the stories that I found really interesting and that I liked. For my handout, I did a brochure style, and I included, different coloring things on there so kids could take it home and share it with their parents, and their parents could kind of learn fun facts about the Berenstein Bears, and kind of see what we're doing in my activity that we're going to do. And they can kind of help plan too if they wanted to. My big goal as a future teacher is to have parents involved as much as possible. So to kind of send those things home with kids, I think would be kind of a good start to that. But for my interactive strategy is a week-long project of alternating between showing Berenstein videos and reading Berenstein books, and then having kids. I'd be in second grade. I'd have kids come up with their own story to tell with their characters about, something that happened to them, at school or at home, or troubles that they're having, just kind of a moral that they'd like to come up with, and develop a story and characters and costumes, and then put on skits for their classmates. So it'd be kind of a group project. We'd share our skits with the class and kind of talk about each moral and why it's important that we talk about those things, and really discuss each group's project. And you can kind of see that in my handout, and also in my lesson plan that I came up with from my project. So that's there. I didn't quite have time to make it to our library, so I'm going to read you The Berenstein Bears Show Some Respect, and it's on my iPad here. Okay, I'll read it and then show it to you. It was a beautiful summer morning, and the Bear family was going on a picnic. Mama and Papa packed up the picnic things. Brother, sister, and Honey were excited. Grizzly, Gramps, and Gran were coming too. I made a pot of my special wilderness stew for the picnic, said Gran. Said Gramps. Wilderness stew, my favorite. Yucko, muttered Brother. Wilderness stew, not one of my favorites. Sister laughed. What was that, Brother? Mama asked. Oh, nothing, Mama, said Brother. Come on, Sis, let's pick out a good picnic spot. The family headed down the sunny dirt road to find the perfect spot for their picnic. Sister and Brother ran on ahead. Wait for us, please, Cubs, said Mama. But Sister and Brother paid no attention. Said Mama, none too pleased. I remember a good picnic spot right in these trees, said Papa. We used to come here when I was in school. That was about 100 years ago, said Sister. It's pretty run down now. Let's find a better spot. Said Papa, none too pleased. I know a lovely spot down by that pond, said Mama. Papa and I came here on our first date. That was an awful long time ago, said Brother. It's full of mosquitoes now. Let's find a better spot. Said Mama and Papa, none too pleased. I recall a time when Gramps and I had a nice picnic on top of a big bear hill, said Gran as they went on their way. There was a lovely view, and... Now, Gran, interrupted Mama, we don't want to climb all the way up Big Bear Hill. Let's find a better spot. Said Gran, none too pleased. The Bear family trudged across the countryside. They were getting hungry, hot, and tired. I have a good idea for a picnic spot, said Gramps. How about we all... No, Gramps, interrupted Papa. We don't need any help. We know what we're doing. So there's those pictures. Gramps stopped short. Now just a doggone minute, he said. It seems to me that you folks aren't showing much respect for your elders." "That's right," agreed Gran. "Brother and sister are being disrespectful to Mama and Papa, and Mama and Papa are being disrespectful to you and me," added Gramps. "You know, us old folks know a thing or two, as the Bible says. Age should speak, advanced years should teach wisdom." So I want to pause here and just kind of point out that in this part of the book you can really see that Jan might have been going through something with her children or grandchildren at this point in her life, where she felt like she needed to kind of stand up for herself and kind of bring out her religious upbringing and kind of share that with everyone. So I just, quick pause there, sorry. "But Gramps," said Papa. But me no buts, sonny," said Gramps. "A wise son heeds his father's instruction," he added, quoting the Bible again. "Sonny," said brother and sister. It never occurred to them that Papa was someone's sonny. When they thought it over, brother, sister, Mama, and Papa realized that Gramps and Gran were right. They were being disrespectful. "We're sorry," said brother and sister. "We were excited about the picnic and forgot our manners. We'll be sure to show more respect from now on." "And we're sorry too," said Mama and Papa. "We know we shouldn't speak to our elders that way." "That's fine," smiled Gran. "All is forgiven. Now come along. Gramps will pick a good picnic spot for us. He's a Bear Country's foremost picnic spot picker out here." "Yes, indeedy," said Gramps. "Besides, if we leave it up to all of you, we might starve." "Where are we going?" Gramps asked brother and sister as Gramps led